believe that love is an uncontrollable force. It's a silent killer that shows you. I'm good. Some stuff going on in the world.
It's a lot, man.
There's a lot, man. Like, how do you feel where we at? How do you feel about that?
Yeah,
we are.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. No, you good.
It's scary. I think, I know this sounds bad, but I'm worried, but I'm also not as afraid as other people, especially like my students at my high school. My school is about 60% Latino, and a lot of them are new to the country. So I feel their pain, their stories. I even got one student. He's supposed to be have a meeting with ICE this Wednesday, and he was asking me for a letter of recommendation. He's gonna go almost like a court thing, and he's worried. And I could hear his pain. But at the same time, I don't. At least at this moment, I don't feel like it's directly affecting me, like on a personal level. Like it's like I'm not seeing ICE at my apartment door, and people not checking for my ID, at least not yet. Well, the police, but in the grocery store. So I feel like, but what I kind of could tell from history has a tendency to repeat itself. Like black people, when we were here, stolen from our land, and enslaved for 400 years, they were checking our papers. We were when the folks got their freedom papers, and they were just trying to walk from point A to point B. Like they had folks checking them for their freedom papers. Some folks even ripped them up. And they didn't have nothing. They didn't have no lamination back then. So they ripped it up. You done. So I'm afraid that might come back. Where we're getting the Nazi police, and it's not just immigrant criminals, it's just any criminals. Anybody with a misdemeanor, anyone with a speed ticket. What do you think, man?
Man, I agree with everything you said. I think like what's going on right now is nothing new. Like you said, you made references to when black people were enslaved in this country. And this is just how these people move, right? And it's very Nazi Gestapo tactics that they're using. And because it's federally funded and this is a task force, you're watching America implode on itself and sick its domestic police on the people. Now, this has been happening to us for years, like you said, slave catchers.
The civil rights movement. There was a bunch of black commies during like World War II and stuff, like folks like Langston Hughes and So they were ostracized as well. And it's kind of hidden under this veil that these are Republicans and it's good for the people. But it's when you see the majority of people like not feeling good and the thing that happened yesterday, I was like, man, I hope this ain't real. Like,
what happened? Somebody got offed.
It wasn't even a person they were trying to find. It was a dude just recording them, just being more or less a dick, and then they tried to detain him and got him to the grounds, like 6 dudes. I don't understand why they'd be doing that shit. It don't take 6 dudes.
Exactly.
Unless it's somebody on PCP or something. But somebody pulled out a gun and just shot him on the ground. Almost died. I saw that shit.
And that's the dangerous part about it.
Oscar Grant, man.
Damn.
That's what it looked like when I saw that video. Remember that?
Yeah. Definitely. I right when that happened, I wasn't performing poetry then, but I wrote a piece right in the time that I found out that happened. And it was called Authority, and it was just so raw of emotions. I was in LA at the time. I was living in LA, and back then, like, they got a large gang task force. So even if you not like a gang member or whatever. I used to be in a car with my, my ex-girlfriend or whatever. We'd get pulled over. They wouldn't ask her no questions. They'd go straight to me.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you on papers? You on parole? What gang you part of?
Yeah.
I got jacked up sitting outside of my car for no reason. I was waiting for my shift to start, and I'm just taking a little nap. 2 bike police rolled up on the side of me.
Bike police.
Yep. big buff white dudes took me out, put me on the car, searched the car, basically, dehumanize you, make you feel like you some type of way. So yeah, man, like, I remember that specifically, and in our relationship with these slave catchers and our relationship with these agents, but these agents are a little bit different too because they don't have no jurisdiction.
No.
They're not trained.
No.
They doing what the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
It's very rogue.
Yeah.
And they're recruited. And I just want people to know, man, we got people out here protecting us too. I ain't gonna say much more than that, but y'all protected too. So
yeah. True.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man. I don't see this getting better. The only way I see this getting better is if the people really rise up.
Yeah.
The rich start giving a fuck, but they're not gonna give a fuck.
Nah.
And just the people, man, because the people outnumber the government, outnumber the rich.
Yeah.
Like, the rich are 1%, 99% rise up.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is about the rich, like imagine Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg trying to survive alone on the island. Just ordering on the streets.
They've been on some islands before.
Yeah, true. But I'm saying, like, they smart as hell, the smartest people in the history, but they don't have no practical skills. They can't survive. They probably don't even know how to cook, wash their own clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, if the people helping the rich just rise up, like, the rich can't do nothing on their own. Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I think, like, a lot of this battle is more internal for us as well, because we have to change the way we think and we see the world, because if we just being born in this country, by default, some of us still subscribe to the white supremacist ideological structure, and whether it's capitalism or whether it's white supremacy, colorism, and stuff like that. Yeah, we can get rid of the oppressor. Okay, that'll be the easy part, but can we get rid of the oppressor inside of ourselves and say, look, we will not repeat the same offenses that's happened to us, because we've seen that through small micro things that go on in our lives. Like, if you got beat up as a kid in your household, you go do it to somebody at school and be a bully, or you take that into a relationship.
Very
you feel me?
Yeah.
We gotta dig up that, and that'll take some time too.
That's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you, man. It's also about, like, self-awareness, just kind of knowing yourself. Like, I used to get, I don't have any kids now, at least none that I know of. But I used to get the belt, I used to get the stick, I used to get yelled at. I remember one time, I called my mama out by a certain name because she didn't give me a certain food or something. I don't know, something stupid. I was like 11. And my uncle was there, and he heard me. He's like, "What'd you say?" He checked me, and he slapped me in my face in front of my mama. And she didn't say a word. And so I think about stuff like that. He hasn't slapped me since. But I think about stuff like that, and like with next generation, I don't see them. I do see things changing, like that corporal punishment stuff, like that we got from our parents, or our parents got. Like, I do sort of see that changing with the new generation. And that's another fault to theirs, because a lot of the kids I deal with, they don't have no discipline, no filter. And I'm like, man, if I had said or did the stuff that y'all did, I would be backslapped and whooped. And yes.
Why do you think that is, though? It's like, I have 2 kids, but I mean, I'm very like intentional how I raise them. Like, I grew up getting whoopings for anything, like leaving the toilet seat up or pissing on the toilet seat or whatever. Pop, sorry, I gotta bust you out for that, though. And at first, I remember when my son was like, he was only 1, and you do what you see, and he was acting up. He's 1, and I was about to pop him, but his mom stopped me.
Yeah.
His mom stopped me. She was like, "Don't hit him," and I had to realize I was like, "Okay, I'll pop him sometimes, but it has to be really something that's life threatening."
Yeah.
Like them running out in the street, and they can get hit by a car, and then I gotta shake you up and be like, "You scared the death out of me.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit."
Yeah.
But why do you think now? There's just no structure for the kids, and like they don't respect nothing, authority in a sense.
So I'm gonna put my brother on blast. I love him. I have a nephew. He just turned 13. Super gamer, Roblox, Minecraft. He spends like maybe 20 hours on his phone. Yeah, that type. Already 13 though. But my brother would my nephew effed up a lot of times. I remember one time he spilled the milk in my mom's house, and then kind of just left it there and expected somebody else to clean it up. And I told my brother, I was like, "Hey, you need to check him on that." I was about to do it. And then he just had a very just calm, very clear discussion with him about why that was wrong, what would have happened, the consequence. He asked him how he felt about it. And it was very therapeutic. And it was very soft. And I'm not hating on it because it actually worked. Because he understood it was like he was able to understand it and not feel too guilty about like the shame of it. I think like if I were to do that, I would get yelled at, and then this traumatic reaction or response would happen. And so I think with the new generation, my brother's kind of following what his friends are doing. Is like they're kind of teaching through care, they're disciplining through care, and it's working to the point where the students, not students, but the kids are like being more empathetic and more self-conscious, but at the same time, it's like they don't have boundaries. They're gonna do more than just spill milk. I got kids, man. I can tell you stories with the kids I got. But no filter. It's like I would like repeat song lyrics and stuff all the time and curse words and all that, but I wouldn't be saying all that stuff around my parents or adults. But these kids, it's like every end of the sentence is bruh, nigga, bitch, bruh, nigga. I'm like,
we wouldn't dare do that when we was in school.
To adults.
Not to adults.
I seen them do it to the principal. She's an old white lady. She's like, "Don't use that word in front of my face. What you talking about, nigga?"
Right. just out of pocket. This aging me, but I'm gonna say it. I think it's the internet.
I agree.
Because, people, we got this thing called crash out, right? Where people are going viral just losing their mind, or what appears to be losing their mind, just to set the algorithms and stuff like that. Anything negative, anything that's very provocateur.
You were saying that on Friday.
Anything that's very provocateur that they're starting to do because they want that attention, and I think too it boils down to the attention that they may not be getting or want. You feel me? So.
Another crazy thing, man. It's not all of them, but I deal with 9th and 10th grade students, mostly like 16, 17. I'm at a continuation school. So they're at a mature level. Most of them are 1 year away from like being an adult, or they're adults now. I ask them like simple questions on the first day, like, "Hey, who do you look up to? Who do you admire? Who do you respect?" You'd be surprised, man. You know what they say?
No one. They say? No one.
And then some say myself. I was like, "Okay, what about your parents or your grandparents?" It's like, nah. And I figured these kids, like I deal with a lot of shit in my childhood, but I know these kids deal with the craziest shit. So I understand like they probably have this negative animosity towards their friends, their family, and the community.
Yeah.
But I just didn't. I would question him like, you don't respect nobody, and I'm like, look, like, hey, you look at me, You don't respect me either.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's it's a professional respect. But
it was this. It's drawing a blank on his name. It's his professional educator who specifically worked with black kids, and he broke down how to teach our kids, right? And he was basically saying that in order to get through with our kids, it has to be a level of respect and love there. You know what I mean? This is for, and I'm not saying you, this is for the educators that's out there that don't respect the kids that comes into their classrooms and the kids that sit down and do the work that they work with on a daily, even the staff around them, even the community around them. In order to move the dial and get to one kid, respecting them and showing that they love them and on a consistent basis is what he was talking about, is what really motivates the kids. How do you feel about that?
I think that's great. That's perfect. I try to do that, man, but it'd be hard, man. Man, I get cursed out probably once a week.
Damn.
Yeah, and I can't curse them back.
Yeah, right.
And I gotta bite my tongue. I was like, I'm sorry you feel that way. And a lot of times when they curse out, they're cursing. It's because they're dealing with some other shit. One kid, his cousin passed away, got shot the other week. He just wanted his space. And he was just sat there, didn't do any work. He was on his phone, just listening to music. I was like, hey, you want to put away your phone? And no, leave me alone. It's like, oh, you gonna start your work? I'm like, nah, leave me alone. And like, get the fuck out of my face. And I know that was just coming from like, hey, I was being hella persistent. But I got to learn my lesson on the third try. But like you were saying, consistency and love, it's hard to be consistent when they act like assholes.
Man,
kids can be assholes, man.
They could. It happens. Like,
they're sweet as hell and they're cute as hell, but they're fucking assholes.
I used to be a tutor at Ralph Bunch in 2017.
God bless your heart.
Yeah.
I've heard about Bunch.
Yeah, and I remember I had this one student. He was on my caseload, and this is what I don't like teachers to do. They all giving me a report on him before I even met the young man.
Yeah, and you get a prejudice.
Yeah, you get a prejudice and whatever about it, the situation. So he never comes to school, and when he do, he's just gonna walk out of class.
Yep, that sounds like my students.
So I tried to holler at him. I was like, "Hey, I ain't seen you, Drew. Where you been at? Whoa, nigga, who is you? Nigga, I ain't going to class, nigga. Nigga, fuck this shit. Whoa. Okay. He walked right out of the school, and they was like, I told you, blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, right? I seen him again. I tried again, and then eventually, I got him, and he was supposed to graduate the year before. He was a high schooler. I got him to sit in the class for a week straight, finish all his work, and be the first out of his family to graduate from high school. Now, I'm not going to say I got him, but I will say,
that light.
Yeah, I sparked that light. He sat there himself and finished all of that and did it. But it was more so, like, I don't care what these other teachers are saying, what these other people are saying. Look, I know you can do it, bro. You know what I mean? And that's not always the case, but it was one of the cases.
That's good, man. He probably gonna remember you the rest of his life, man. So when I was doing the credential program to be a teacher, I learned about that. We were studying like child psychology. It's called avoidant behavior. It ain't like super scientific, but it comes from like at least with students who come from like really challenging backgrounds or just bad experience with school, just have a bad relationship with school. Like they'll sit in the class. And as soon as they get a challenge, like they gotta read a sentence, they gotta write a warm up, they gotta talk. As soon as they get a challenge, they avoid it and they escape. And like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And go to the bathroom for 50 minutes. Or I got most of my students are real potheads. And I'm like, I don't got nothing against y'all smoking weed, but like, why do y'all gotta smoke weed every hour? Y'all gotta vape, y'all gotta roll a blunt. Like, every hour though, dog, y'all can't just do it in the morning and after school, like, So they'll, when they get uncomfortable in class, they're like, man, I got smoke. So then they leave and go smoke. Yeah. Or like the real extreme ones, like yours, man, they just like leave class and just leave school. Or just some of them don't even come back. Yeah. So it's crazy. What you did though, you caught them, and you kind of reversed that, and that's good. Yeah. I try to do that too, man, but sadly, man, I can't save all of them, man.
You can't.
That hurts.
You can't, and it does hurt. You probably gonna lose way more than you're gonna save. Hold on, I'm gonna pause right there. Yeah. Mission, technical difficulties, as I let my team handle it back there.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you.
Yes. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you a question, man. Yeah. We talking about this new generation stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we're both professional poets, both authors, both black men. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you think is our role for this new generation?
Bridging the gap. I feel like every one of us has a significant and unique role in this, like poets and stuff like that. You bring your skill set, like you're an English teacher, so your presence as a black man is enough, right? I feel
so many fuels, man. There's two at my school.
Exactly. So it's enough to say like, okay, this black man is dynamic. He offers something to the space that we didn't have before. Because I feel like because we're unicorns in a lot of spaces like that, that's dominated with either women or other people that don't look like us. So just even that unique perspective that you come with. Keep telling the stories that we're doing. And like at one point in time, I felt like we all needed to have like this big, massive movement to grab everybody. But I don't think like that's gonna be the way. Mm-hmm. I feel like we just have to be more reflective and live how we want to see them live, because they'll never listen to what we say, but they'll do what they see. So if we're consistent in what we do, they'll look at that and they'll have respect for that. They don't have respect for, hey man, this is what you're supposed to do, X, Y, and Z. No, they looking at you. So we're holding ourselves on integrity. If we have accountability for when we're wrong and we speak, I was wrong for that. I take that back. And I have moments like that of being an educator as well, where I have to tell people I was wrong and say I was sorry, even to people younger than me, and that can be an ego why we don't do it.
True.
So I just say bridging the gap, and if you see a young man at the bus stop and you walk by him, hey, what's up, how you doing?
Yeah.
And I think some people older than us, or maybe our age, will see a young man and call him a YN, right? And they already separated themselves from fear of this young person and didn't bridge that gap. So they don't want to talk to you at all.
Yeah.
So that's just personally what I feel.
Oh.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah. I agree with you. Bridging the gap. Also just showing them, like living our lives as a model for, hopefully for theirs.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Just providing like contrary examples than what they see in the media.
Come on now.
Or even some of the folks in their neighborhood. Yeah.
And I was having this conversation, being that we both from Oakland, we know the culture, like you feel like you gotta be a hood nigga or a pimp, or I say you ain't gotta be like that. You ain't gotta be none of those. You could be yourself, and I feel like the reason why they wanna be all of those things is because this world is like the sharks and minnows, and they wanna be a shark. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a fear attached to really being who you are. In the inside, and actually searching to find that, rather than run with the dominant narrative and take yourself down a wormhole where you can spiral.
It'll get better.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It always do.
Yeah.
It always do.
I want to say these kids are smarter than us, but like they can throw out facts and stuff, and they can access information just like that, but I mean, without the internet, these kids are just
age of Aquarius, right?
And hey man, I sound like I'm dissing kids.
Yeah.
I love kids.
Yeah.
But some of them be dumb. Yeah, but I say that with love.
Hey, bro, there's this video circulating online, and they said, "What about the kids?" He said, "What if the village is dumb?" And it resonated so much with me, bro. Because for real, what if you
takes
one home?
It takes one village to teach a child. Wait, how did it go? Oh man.
It takes a village to raise a kid.
Yeah, but the village is dumb.
If you go home and the village telling you stupid shit, oh man, don't read.
I like that.
Oh, stop fucking with that poetry shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't know if you ever heard that. I've gotten that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have people call it gay.
Yeah.
Effeminate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot of that from my dad.
Damn.
Yeah, he was more of a math dude than numbers, and his thing was he just couldn't understand poetry. It was too abstract for him.
Yeah,
he only read nonfiction. He used to watch the History Channel. Yeah. To each his own.
And I learned that's fear too, though, man. Like they fear that you won't be able to leave the nest and feed yourself if it's not something practical. If they can't teach you how, and this would be our version of hunting. You know, or if you can't offer nothing to a job, and then blah 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 blah. But what the fuck is a job, bro? A job is just a job.
That's funny. You're talking about like taking it back to the primal days where we hunt for food. Yeah. That's why we call it bread. That's why we call it dough.
All these references that you hear in poetry.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for hip hop, man, which is poetry,
we
wouldn't have bread. Give me that dough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How you feel about hip hop?
Love it. You talking about right now? I want to see. I want auto tune to be cut off and see who is who.
Ain't no Playboy Cardi.
There's nobody. Yeah. No NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
Which is their savior.
Yeah.
You feel me? He's extremely emo.
Yes.
I love the kid. Don't get me wrong. I love the young brother because he resembles so much of the population, and I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Now the message, I can't tell you what to talk about, but we all have a responsibility as we get older and we learn more to be able to let it reflect into our arts and crafts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I see La Russell doing great things.
Oh, La Russell's dope.
I study him. Just mainly, I mean, I love his music too, but his just marketing, promotion, I learned a lot. Just chopping up clips more,
And you good at that.
I learned that from him. Like he showed interviews, he showed podcasts, he shows performances, he shows other people's work. So just being able to clip up all sorts of different things. Like I learned that from him. I would love to meet him one time. I've been trying to go to the backyard.
Backyard thing.
Yeah.
That itself was very an experience.
Yeah.
You know, I had a friend that came from Philly. She came from Philly all the way to Vallejo to go to his backyard thing.
Wow.
That's how he doing it. Shout out to Russell.
Yeah.
If you see this by any chance, brother, shout out, man. We wanna tap in with you.
Yeah, come on the podcast.
Come on the podcast. Come to the open mic.
Yeah.
We are fans.
Yeah,
we like what you do. We support that.
Yeah.
I like his flow. He remind me of Mac Dre a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not what he talking about, but what
he put together. And like he's really in tune with just the Bay culture. Like he come up like he does remixes and covers like just Too Short, E40, and Mac Dre, just Be Legit, like all sorts of stuff.
He got a work ethic like show.
I don't know when he sleep.
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing I can't do. Like he seemed like he on it every day.
Yeah.
But it pays off.
It does.
That takes a lot of sacrifice.
It does. It does. What sacrifice mean to you right
now? It's time and priority.
Yeah.
Like sacrifices, like I have to decide in advance, like, hey, do I want to sacrifice this day and spend time on this, or do I want to do it on this? Like, it's just trying to determine what's valuable or more valuable. I got so much on my plate, man.
Yeah.
Even my mom be asking me, like, when you sleep, when you gonna have a life, but it's sacrifice is hard. It's about compromise, and I'm like stubborn as hell, man. I'm a Taurus. Yeah, so I don't like to compromise, and I guess that's another reason why I do so much. Yeah.
That's dope.
The doctor said I gotta slow down.
Yeah, I heard the announcement you said. That was scary, bro.
Yeah, man.
That was scary. Did you feel like you changed as a result of that happened?
Yeah, man. Well, I got family history of strokes. My uncle died from a stroke. My grandma died from a stroke. My grandpa died from a stroke on both sides of my family. So heart problems is a big thing. High blood pressure, diabetes. I'm lucky I don't have that. But yeah, it's something that runs in my family. I didn't think it would hit me so early. I'm only 40. And I ain't young, but I ain't old. So, long story short, I had this thing called AFib. I didn't know what it was. The doctor, she gave me this kind of funny thing. She's like, AFib is like a normal heart rate is like boom, 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 boom. AFib is almost like the beatboxing. Boom, 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 boom.
So it's his.
Yep. And what's bad about that is, man, she schooled me on all this stuff. I was like, damn, I don't remember this from high school. It's like you have the left and right ventricle, so they do like that. And so when it's off beat, stuff could get clogged, and that's how you get blood clots. And then blood clots form around your neck, and then that's how you lose oxygen in your brain, and that's how people get strokes. And you could die from one stroke, you could die from 2 strokes. Some people get paralyzed, brain damage.
Is it correctable, or is it?
Yeah, I'm actually on blood thinners.
Okay, cool.
And what I was talking about the other, on Friday was, I went through a heart procedure. I thought they were going to do surgery. I was like, no, that was if my heart didn't fix, they would have to do,
pacemaker.
Yeah. Fuck. I'll never get through the airport.
It's just hard.
So so what they did, they had to restart my heart. So they gave me these drugs where it slowed down my heart to a point where it stopped.
Wow.
And then they zapped me with they gave me some adrenaline, and then they gave me the hours, I forget what this thing is. Clear! And they gave me that. I told my mom that I died for 3 seconds. She was like, oh, that ain't that.
You can't tell a black parent. My mom just died. That shit ain't that.
Yeah, my heart stopped. And they gave me the disclaimer, not the disclaimers, but the waivers and stuff saying like, there's a risk that the shock won't work, and that we have to do it multiple times, and all this stuff. So I signed it, so I knew what to expect. They said even the drugs might not work, and then I'll feel all the pain.
You strong, man. And I say that to say, like, if somebody came to me and been like, hey, we about to stop your heart for a little bit, bro. We don't know what's going to happen. Sign this disclaimer.
The night before, I was crying, man.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I was just taking in the possibility that, man, this might be my last night.
Dang.
Yeah, man.
This was last year?
Yeah, August.
Ooh.
The first week of school. Yeah. I told my students too.
Yeah.
That was the only time they were nice to me. I'm gonna pray for you, bro. I'm gonna pray for you.
Shit, they probably did, man.
Yeah, I did, man.
Yeah.
I'm spiritual, man. I believe in my higher power. I think I was given that as a wake-up call. Because, not to say too much, but I'm doing just stuff that isn't good for my body.
For sure.
And I slow down a lot.
For sure.
Well, okay, before we move on, one crazy thing, man.
Yeah.
This is a crazy thing. This is why I thank God I got good benefits.
Yeah.
So I went in, right, and the first thing you do before you go in the back, you gotta pay for it, like service. So I'm talking to the secretary admin lady. I was like, hey, so without insurance, how much would this usually cost? She's like, no less than 10,000. I was like, oh, for 4 hours, not even 4 hours. It was a 2-hour procedure. So I was like, oh shit. So how much do I have to pay? She said $50 copay.
Wow.
I was like, oh, boom.
So let me interject you right there. Because
insurance, man.
I'm in school for public health, and last semester we talked all about this and the way like it's changing with Medicare and Medicaid and stuff like that. When I say that California is a state that took on like the extension of Medicare and Medi-Cal for people, which is a great thing because that's what kind of like saves your life, that allows you to have that procedure.
Yeah.
And to have something coming in, and you know, we want to talk about like, oh, you know, you get better taxes if you run a business and all this Republican administration, but we're not thinking about the people that actually are chronically ill or people that have conditions that they need their medical. You know what I mean? Some people, it is too late because they're not living a life where they're doing preventative things, or you might just have some shit going on. So the importance of you having that medical care at that time, you know, saves you from the headache of being, I need to scrap up $10,000 real quick. You know what I mean? I just have to say that.
So it's like very important. You got to choose either. For me, it would have been all my savings, but for some people, they would have gone in debt.
Yes.
They had to do a mortgage on their home.
Yeah.
They were saving money for their kids, take out the trust fund.
Yeah.
Like you had to choose that between your health.
Yeah.
And like that is crazy.
Yeah.
Also, I understand like hospitals, they need to get paid for a service, but it shouldn't. I don't think an anesthetic needle costs $1,000.
It doesn't.
I don't think for you to press a button to zap a person, that's $2,000.
No.
Like, I think it's very overcharged, kind of like what mechanics do.
Yeah.
Yeah, $1,000 service. That's really only $100 or less than that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's decriminalize the medical industry. And when I say decriminalize it, meaning like, I feel like it is criminal to charge people such preposterous rates to shoot through the roof, especially people of certain income brackets that can't pay that.
Sure.
Right? Let's bring it down. Yeah, you have to pay your workers, but a lot of these companies are sitting up there making billions of dollars off of just certain drugs and pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Big pharma, you know what I mean, and like vaccines and stuff like that. A lot of these things should be very accessible for us, so that, of course, it's capitalism, so that we can utilize it. Doesn't make any sense, like you said.
And it's not a crazy idea, man, because I lived in Spain. God was very good, great with me, and allowed me to travel.
Yeah.
And in Spain, they got free healthcare.
Yeah.
A lot of North Africans where I was at is it's basically you got Spain, and then you got So a lot of North Africans, kind of like what Latinos doing here, is they come over the border, go hang out in Spain. Yeah. A lot of them panhandle. They're selling artwork, selling beads. The women, they braid the white women's hair, they do the cornrows. That's
crazy work.
But they be charging €60, €100. I'm like, damn, y'all ripping these people off. Yeah. But yeah, they do that, and they end up getting free healthcare where they couldn't get it in their own country. And then, that's a whole other thing, because then they're being treated. I was like, when I was over there, I was like, and I say this with no disrespect, but the North Africans were being treated like Mexicans here.
Oh, for sure.
North Africans were taking the jobs that the Spaniards didn't want.
Yeah.
They were cleaning the streets.
Yeah.
They were taking out garbage.
Yeah.
The older women were, man, it took me back to slave times, but the older women were like nannies to the this rich, not rich, but the affluent Spanish families. So, yeah, and I don't blame them. Like, I would do the same thing. Also, they were dealing with a lack of work in their own country. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I made it through North African friends. Some from Morocco, some from Egypt.
That's dope.
Yeah, they were really, really cool.
Yeah, that's super dope. And I had that experience. Like, I love having international friends because their outlook on life is so different.
Yep.
It's funny because, like, you think you smart being from America, and you talk to people in the places you like.
Yeah.
And most of them speak more than 2 languages.
Yep.
How am I gonna argue with somebody that literally language is the way that you think, that you can have 3 different ways of thinking, and I'm trying to argue with my English perception of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yo, you know the craziest shit? In Spain, they had Chinese people there that were born there.
Very weird.
Crazy thing. I'm talking to this Asian lady, this Chinese lady, and she's speaking like full on Spanish, like a pro. Carrying on these conversations, like, why is this is hella trippy. It's like seeing man, I don't want to get racist, but it's like seeing like a Latino just speaking fluent French or something. Like, what? Yeah, but it's interesting over there.
They dope. Like, and many Africans too speak a whole bunch of language, but it's their native tongue.
Yeah.
If it's like a broken dialect or whatever.
Yeah.
Had a boy. He from Cameroon. He was up in Sweden.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's up in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me the lineage of his. Okay, so that's one thing dope about having like friends for certain places. They know exactly where they from.
Mm-hmm.
So we sat down and talked for hours. I met him through an ex when I was in Sweden.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know this brother. I was staying in their house for like 2.5 weeks, and we just sat down and we talked for hours. And he told me like how his family migrated from like Egypt, Kemet, Kush, all the way to Cameroon.
Wow.
And
I read about those places.
Yep. And like that's how they got to go west, and that's how like a lot of those tribes came west and brought like all the practices and different cultural things. He spoke, I forgot what the language is in Cameroon, but he spoke the Cameroon language. He also spoke French, English, and he was learning Swedish at that time, and I'm pretty sure he knows it now. And I was like,
yeah. I haven't heard Swedish. I don't think. Is it kind of like German? Or
it's not like. It sounds more like. Honestly, it sounds more like English.
Are they speaking English?
Nah, no. Not even speaking. They do speak English out there because it's Europe. Everybody speaks English, but it's.
So you're out in Sweden?
Yeah.
For how long?
Like 2.5 weeks.
Nice.
2019. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
You like you weren't the darkest one over there. You had your homie.
It was. They had a good African population.
Really?
There.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was around East Africans and some West Africans, Northeast Africans. But it was cool. Like, and as you know, like you can test for being a black man outside of the country. Even in Europe, I didn't feel like I was. It's classism.
I know you're talking about.
I didn't feel like racism really was prominent like it is here.
Yeah, people were really interested in my story. Yeah. Of course, they all thought I played basketball.
Kobe Bryant. He's good.
But yeah, I didn't get no racism like that. Nobody was calling me a nigga.
Yeah.
I got a Negro a few times, but that's just because that's how they say black.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Hey, are you Negro? I was like, yeah. It's like, oh, are you black? Yeah. But I got more like, I hate Americans. I think Americans are stupid.
Fat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about my race. It was about where I was from.
Yeah.
You have too many guns in America.
Oh, come on now.
Yo, in Spain, only the police have guns. And as far as when I was up there, nobody got shot.
That's what's up.
Yes, police have self-control, but I don't agree with the people. Well, yeah, we don't need to go into that. I do believe in bearing arms,
for sure,
because the government can. Yeah. So you should have some balances. Yeah, you should have some backup. Yeah. But it works in some countries. Yeah, Canada, like, I mean, we be clowning these countries for being corny and like super soft, but it's safe, and they don't deal with the stress that we got to deal with. We don't like
people don't understand that. Like, I stayed in LA, and I stayed there at a tumultuous time in my earliest 20s, where like I never been a street dude, but you can always be mistaken as a black man for a street dude. That's how you present yourself. Because I'm not gonna back down from anything at all. However, but I'm not going out looking for trouble. So I got into a lot of things where I got shot and had a whole bunch of fights and shit like that. And I just wanted to be safe. So I went back to school when I was 23. Went to an HBCU and Lincoln University, first HBCU.
Okay.
And I didn't even know that when I got there. They schooled me on that. It was totally like divine the way I ended up there. And I was in the same mind frame of like hustle and trying to survive up there and like a confrontational dude at that time. And I didn't until I got and sat down. That's where I rekindled with poetry. And I was telling you that. Well, I was telling everybody in the open mic, your open mic, survivor's remorse.
Yeah, I remember.
Right, how I rekindled with poetry was there, and I didn't realize how safe I was and what it meant to be safe on a campus. And because I lived there, I was so used to being hyper vigilant all the time, and this facade, this exterior that I was putting up so people wouldn't mess with me because I was fearful that I can just sit back and just and kind of breathe for a little bit, and that sounds like how it is in other countries where you don't really need a gun.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean? It's probably a sensitive issue for you, man. When you told me when I heard that in your poem, I was like, you've been through it. How do you feel about gun violence? You have to answer. My bad.
No. I want to answer. Just like you, I am. I don't care how people take. I am pro Second Amendment. Only because I know I don't live in a illusion. There's people out there that say defund the police, and those are the same people that want to call the police. And that's for taking away your Second Amendment right. They'd be like, defund the police, take away your Second Amendment right, but you'll persist. You know what I mean? But if you can't handle it yourself, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Gun violence, unfortunately, has been part of our community, and I feel like Tupac said, it's just misdirected hate. When we look in the mirror, we hate ourselves, so we hate anybody that looks like us. So we usually, gun violence is pulled on other people. When I got shot, that was exactly what it was about. It was misdirected hate, and it took me some time to understand that. But I'm also not dumb to the fact that I have to protect myself out here.
Yeah.
Right. So and I don't violence and self-defense is two separate things.
True.
Violence means that you're inflicting it on other people. So let me draw this up again because context is everything. I used to be part of this thing called MSBK, My Brothers and Sisters Keeper Initiative, started by Obama when I was working for this nonprofit in San Francisco.
Nice.
The problematic part about it, Obama actually came out here in 2019.
Cool.
And he spoke at the Scottish Rites Temple.
Wow.
John Legend was there.
Yeah.
Some of my awesome students that I work with as a career coach got to be part of the panel and sit up there. What I didn't like is politics and how they was framing Tamir Rice. Mom was there, and
I remember Tamir Rice.
Yeah, Tamir Rice. Shout out Tamir Rice and their family, and another victim of police brutality. So when I talk about violence is unjustified. Self-defense is justified. Violence is unjustified. Self-defense is justified. Now, when they framed that conversation, they framed it in gun violence, but they did not have any accountability to the racist police, slave catchers that deleted the lives of these young people.
Mm-hmm.
They kept calling it gun violence. That was very problematic for me. It struck a trigger because you are indirectly putting the blame on a community that suffers from what y'all call in the media propagandized gun violence and doesn't say police brutality,
mm-hmm.
of putting the accountability back on the state, back on what they will call the Philistines in the Bible, back on the Romans in the Bible.
Yeah.
When they did that to the Jesus, we are Jesus.
Yeah.
We are as people. Jesus to me is a concept. I know I'm going everywhere, but the reason why I'm going into this place is because if you don't know your history and if you're not up on wordplay and stuff like that, you can get lost. And we've been lost in the conversations, but we've been misdirected through this. So I deplore gun violence because it has no type of, it's the direct cause of suffering in our neighborhoods. And I am for self-defense because I believe we need it as unprotected people.
Well said. I'm glad you made that distinction. I have, but I didn't really realize that distinction. Like, there's gun violence and then there's self-defense. And then on the media, like, certain people in the media, like Republicans and gun advocates, they try to defend gun violence. They'll defend a school shooting. Well, not necessarily, but they'll say thoughts and prayers. The school's involved. The school was at fault, or other people were at fault, but not blame the shooter and them having the gun. Like there's gun violence where a lot of people with mental health issues are still being able to pick up a gun.
Yeah.
And and we can't defend that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because people know this. This has been a talk for probably over a decade, but shit doesn't change, man, because guns make too much money.
Way too much money.
You know the Chris Rock joke. Remember the Chris Rock joke?
He said something about if bullets cost $900,
like a $10,000.
Yeah.
If somebody got shot, you're like, damn, he must have been worth it.
Yeah. Hey, that's true. That's why I love comedians, bro.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Woo! It's Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
I like Kevin Hart's old work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna learn today. This is gonna be a little controversial, but I saw Richard Pryor's stand up, the one he was like super known about where he burned his hair.
Yeah.
I saw the whole thing through, and it wasn't that funny.
Me neither. I think it's because our generation, though.
Yeah.
That was their generation.
Yeah, I saw Eddie Murphy's Raw. I thought that was funny. Jamie Foxx work is great. Yeah, I was in, is it Patrice O'Neal?
Oh, he's hella funny.
He's, Bernie Mac. I think he was the only
Kings of comedy.
Yeah, DL's cool. I like DL, but Steve Harvey. No. I've seen Dave Chappelle at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. It was just a normal night. They had some no-name folks go up, and then around midnight, they were going to call a show. And they had folks leave, and I was with my date, and she was moving hella slow. And then just Dave Chappelle hopped up on stage. He was like, don't tell nobody. And he kept asking people to not take out their phones. And he did an hour and a half set. We were there till 1:30. We're yawning and laughing. And he's amazing, man. He was doing all this improv, and he's just funny. He was smoking. He really likes to smoke. I wish it was like weed, but he was smoking cigarettes, thinking up the whole spot. And it was fun, man. He's real
stimulant.
Yeah, just him. I think you were talking about earlier about us being storytellers. Like, he is a storyteller.
For sure.
I learned this word. I think you know this too, man. I just learned this recently because this lady told me she saw me perform. I was doing like a story poem. And she was like, you remind me of, well, she didn't say you remind me, you are a griot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, what's a griot? I even tried to spell it. She was like, no, that's not how you spell it.
Yeah.
So the T.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's a griot? I was like, a griot is orator, a storyteller, someone who...
Save that, that's important, my